Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to my tutorial for baby Windshear, the Razorwhip from the new How to Train Your Dragon show, Race to the Edge. Okay, so you can check the description for the band count. You need one loom. We're going to start by making a bunch of extremities and then we will work on her main body. Okay, so we're going to start with her with like the spikes on her back. So we're gonna get those over with. You're gonna have to make 4 of them. I'm only gonna make 1 with you, but once you've made it, then you need to move on to the next one and do the rest. Okay, so just double loop some gray bands or silver. Silver is probably better to use if you have it because she is silver, but I do not have silver bands, so I'm just using gray. Alright, so these are all double looped. You know, when I first saw the show, I thought that she was wearing armor, and I was waiting for the armor to get taken off, and then I realized that was the way her scales were. So we're going to wrap a band around her hook, creating 5 loops here, then double looping a band, pulling that on, reclaiming and wrapping this right around here, just like that. Okay, and now let's loop this. You always want to loop whatever's on top first. Just don't let this fall off like that. Keep it around. Okay, we want to get this guy. Oops. Okay, so we're going to tie off these ends with any color, doesn't matter. We're just going to tie slip knots at the ends. Okay, so we have 1 back spike. You need to make 4 total, so make 3 more. So you have 4. Okay, now we're going to make the neck spikes, which are very easy to make. We're just going to take a gray band, wrap it around, creating 5 loops, then take 3 bands and pull that on there and reclaim. And this I'm going to put on a holding hook or a pencil or something. You want to make 9 of those, okay? And then we're going to make her little tail spikes. Okay, so take another gray, wrap it around, creating 5 loops, double loop a gray. Okay, double loop another. And double loop 1 more. Okay. Alright, you want to make 4 of those. Okay, so make 4 of those. You can put those on a holding hook as well. Alright, now we're going to make her legs. So we're going to make her front legs first. So I'm going to take 2 grays at a time. Now I'm going to take 3 grays. And I'm going to put them here. And I'm going to double loop 1 across here. And another one double looped here. Now we're going to make her feet. So we're going to start with the claws. I'm going to take black, wrap it around my hook, creating 5 loops. Double loop a black. Pull that on there. Reclaim. Then we're going to double loop a gray. Pull on and reclaim. Okay, that's 1 toe. She has 2 toes on the front foot. We're going to make the second one exactly the same. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 bands. I'm going to pull them both onto those 3 bands, reclaim the 3, then I'm going to double loop a gray, pull that onto there and reclaim, double loop another, pull on, reclaim, then take 3, pull on, reclaim, and I'm going to wrap this right around this peg here. Alright, and then I'm going to dig down and loop up. Whoops. Just kidding. Let's fix that. Alright, loop up the diagonals first. Finish going up. Okay, tie off the ends again with any color. Okay, you want to make 2 of these. Okay, you can make them exactly the same, doesn't really matter. Okay, so 2 of these, and we can always straighten out the bands if they're twisted, like see how the leg's bending that way, sort of. You could stick your hook through the bands and pull the opposite way and it'll bend the other way. Okay, just kind of straighten it out. Okay, now we're going to make the back legs. So you've made 2 of those. Let's make the back legs now. Okay, so I'm taking, again, 2 bands at a time. Double loop again, double loop again, like that. Okay, now we're going to make the foot. Take black, wrap it around your hook, creating 5 loops. Same thing that we were doing for the front foot. Double loop of black, pull it on, and now we're going to take a double looped gray, pull that on, and another one as well. Okay, so there's 1 toe. Okay, so it's a little bit longer than the front toes. Make a second one exactly the same. Okay, now I'm going to take 3 grays, pull the 2 toes onto the 3 grays, reclaim the loops, take 3 grays again, okay, I'm going to do that 2 more times, so 3 grays, 3rd time, and 3 grays, 4th time. Okay, now we're going to wrap these loops around this peg here, and now I'm going to dig down and loop up these 2 horizontals first, and then we're just going to go up all the way. Okay, and I'm going to tie off 2 ends, pull this off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to go through the second set from the bottom, the second set of the triple bands, and I'm going to tug like this, and what that'll do is make the leg bend like that. Okay, so you want to make 2 back legs. Okay, 2 of those. Now we're going to make the wings. Okay, so I'm taking 2 grays at a time, going down 10 times here. Okay, now we're going to go down the center with gray. I have two different types of gray. I have like a non-shiny one and a shiny one. Just ignore the fact that they're different. I'm just trying to use up the bands that I have. Okay, but this should all be like silver. If you have a bunch of silver, like the description says, use those. Okay, and you gotta show me a picture of what it looks like after, because I want to know what she looks like in all silver. Alright, take two grays like that. And now we're gonna angle it like this. Okay, let's do our horizontals, taking two at a time, like so. Okay, now I'm going to double loop a gray here, and I'm going to double loop another one here. Alright, we're going to put the claw on. So I'm going to take gray wrapped around my hook, creating 5 loops. I'm going to double loop one time. Double loop another. Okay, and now this is going to go right here, right around this peg. Okay, that's the 6th peg from the top. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to make some ridges. Okay, so take your gray, wrap around, creating 5 loops. Double loop a gray on, clean, and double loop again, clean, wrap that right here and turn it so the knob is on the outside. You're gonna make 3 more of those, which I haven't made mine. Shame on me. Alright, so one's gonna go here. You can turn it. One's gonna go here. Turn it, and let's make another. It's gonna go here. Turn it. Now we're gonna make one for the tip, which is gonna be a little bit longer. Right? Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna take gray, wrap it around, creating 5 loops. Then double loop the gray. Okay, double loop another one. Then take 2 grays. Pull that on. And that we're going to wrap right around the tip here. Okay, now we're going to loop this, okay? So we're going to dig down, grab the 2 horizontals, then go in here and grab the 2 diagonals. Alright, let's loop all the way up this guy. And we're going to go up this one. Okay, and let's go up the final one. Alright, tie off your ends here. And pull off. Yay! Okay. So you want to make 2 of these, okay, so make another one. Okay. So you have 2 wings for her. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna do her stomach, okay? Her tummy. Okay. So we're just gonna take, we're gonna switch this loom so it's offset, okay? And we're taking 2 bands at a time, and we're gonna go down 10 times. Actually, we're gonna go down 11 times, not 10. We're gonna go down 11 times, like that, okay? So we just left this bottom gap open. Alright, now we're gonna angle from there. Okay, and just do 2 at a time all the way down. Okay, cap off the bottom by wrapping the band around, creating 4 loops. And we're going to double loop a band here and here, and also at the top, here and here. And the rest, we are just taking 2 at a time. Okay. Now I'm going to dig down and loop this guy. Okay, so let's go up this column first. Okay, we're going to tie off this last end, and carefully just take this off. Alright, cool. Alright, she's going to be so cool. Alright, now we're going to make her head, okay? That was her stomach, now we're going to make her head. We're going to start with the lower jaw, okay? So we are going to take gray and we're going to double loop here. And then we're going to take 2 at a time here. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. We're going to double loop here, and we'll take 2, 2, 2, and 2 here. Alright, let's do the other side. Double loop. Take 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay, cap off here by wrapping a band around, creating 4 loops. Okay. And now I'm going to double loop a gray here, and double loop another here, and now I'm going to take 2 here, and 2 here. Okay? Now I'm going to make a tooth. So I'm going to take a white band, wrap it around my hook, creating 5 loops. I'm going to double loop a white, pull that onto there, reclaim the loops, and dig down here, grab the top 2 bands, and as we loop them, we'll pull that tooth on like so. Alright, let's do that again. So make another tooth, same way. We'll dig down and grab the other tooth, angle this way, pull the tooth on. Okay, I'm going to go down the center and I'm going to loop up to here, and now we're going to make our tongue. So take pink, wrap it around your hook, creating 5 loops. Take 2 pink and pull that on and reclaim. Take 2 more pink, pull on and reclaim. Then we're going to double loop a pink, pull on, reclaim, double loop another, pull on and reclaim, and double loop one more, pull on and reclaim. Okay, we're going to put this guy right around here, and we're going to loop up that final set here, and we're going to make another tooth, same way we did with these 2. Alright, loop up, clean and wrap. Let's do that on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to make some smaller teeth. So I'm just going to wrap a band around, creating 5 loops. And as I loop up the next set, I'm just going to pull that band onto the set. All 5 loops and loop up. Okay, do that again. Okay, and we'll loop up the final one like that. Alright, let's do another small tooth. And we'll pull it on. Like so. Get another one. Okay, and loop up. And we'll tie off these 3 ends. Gently lift off. Oh, okay, cool. So there's her lower jaw. Alright, now we're going to do the top of her head and part of her neck. Take 4 gray bands, place them like this. Then you're going to take one of those thick, spiky things, that the neck spikes, the thicker ones. There we have the tail spikes, which are thinner, and the thicker neck spikes. Take one and wrap it around here. Okay. We will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll take 4 more. Okay, and another one. Left here. Alright, take 4 more. Wrap another. We'll take 4 more. Wrap another. 4 more. Wrap another. And 4 more. Here. Okay, and we'll wrap 1 more for now. Alright, now we have to actually make her nose spike before we do anything else. So let's do that down here in this space. It's a pretty thick nose spike. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take 2 bands here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and I'm going to take 3 here, and I'm going to take one on my hook, wrap around creating 5 loops, double loop, pull on, and reclaim, and I'm going to wrap that right around the tip here, and oops. And we will double loop the band across here. Alright, and we are going to loop that, okay? This is her nose spike. Okay, I'm going to take 2 bands and tie off. This, okay. Alright, so pull that off. No. Okay, great. Anyway, I'm going to take 2 bands at a time. Okay, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to take that nose spike and I'm going to go through one of the sets. It doesn't matter which one. Go through one of the sets and wrap it around this peg. And take 2 bands, put them across those pegs. Then you want to go through the other set, take off that tying band, and wrap that around this peg. Alright, push that down. Okay. Now we're going to take 2 bands at a time, and we're going to finish the head. Alright, now we're going to make the eyes now. So she has girly eyes, and they're the light green. So I'm taking the neon green, wrapping around creating 4 loops, taking a black, wrapping around creating 4 loops, and taking another neon green, wrapping around creating 4 loops. I'm going to take a black and I'm going to double loop it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my hook over here, twist it into a figure 8, and wrap the other loops around the other side, okay? So it looks like that. Alright, then I'm going to push that down because I need to make another eye. So make your second eye, same way. This might be tricky because there's not a lot of room on my hook for this. Same thing. Twist the band to figure 8. So you have 2 eyes here. Now I'm going to take 2 gray bands onto my hook and I'm going to pull the eyes onto the gray band in order. So the bands, where you don't want to tangle them up. You want them to stay in the order that they're in. These double looped black bands on the edge of the eye might want to, you know, get messed up in the middle of the eye, but try to keep them on the edge. Okay, so first pull over. It's a little tricky because you, ooh. Yeah. Okay, so once you've pulled both eyes on, I'm going to wrap the loops here and here, and we're going to spread the eyes apart, grab 2 of the 4 bands between them, and bring forward to that peg, okay? And you want to just make sure, okay, so it looks like that, okay? The black bands, that double looped figure 8 band is on the inside and not on the outside of the eye, like that. Okay, now we're going to double loop the rest of the horizontal bands. Okay. And we want to cap off here. Wrapping around, creating 4 loops. Okay? Yay! Now let's loop this. So dig down, loop up the top 2 bands first. Go back, do these 2. Go back, go all the way down to the bottom to grab. Wow, there's a lot of bands here. Grab the bottom 2, which are these guys. Okay, I'm gonna go up the center. Don't catch the horn bands here, or the nose spike bands. Alright, so looping up to here. Okay, side, let's push it up. Okay, and I'm gonna loop up the side. To here and stop, and let's do this side. To here. Okay, now take your lower jaw, turn it so the tongue is facing down. Go through the band here, the set at the end. The set, not the band, sorry. You want to go through that set of gray, not the tying band. Once you've looped it, you're going to, or once you've wrapped it, you're going to loop those bands. Then you're going to go through the set on the opposite side, not the center set. Go through the bands on the opposite side, wrap around that peg, loop that guy, and then you want to loop these 2 up first. Then we're going to wrap the middle set. Okay, wrap around, and then we want to dig down, not grabbing the spike here. We want to grab the bottom 3 bands. You might have to pick your loom up and look at it. Make sure you grab the right bands. You don't want to grab the spike. This is a little tricky. Give me a minute. Or the 4 bands, rather. There's 4 there, not 3. 4. Whatever. It's not me. Okay, anyway. Just do your best. 4 band, dig down. Grab all 4, loop up. Ugh. Okay, go on the next one. Again, grabbing all 4. Okay. Why does that only look like there's 3? Whatever. Okay, go down the next one. 4. Okay. So you've looped the neck. We're going to add a little more to the neck in a minute. So first let's tie off the end. And we'll take this off gently, starting from down here. Oh, okay, pull the tongue through. We have to make a few adjustments here so it looks more like her. This nose spike we want to bend backward toward the body. So what we can do is we can stick our hook through it and tug it back. You don't want it sticking forward, we want it bent back, okay? Tug it back. Okay. Tug it back. You have to go through several sets to do it. Then you want to turn the eye so the top of the eye has the black double looped band on it, okay? Like that. Okay. Now we're going to add some eyelashes. Actually, no, let's take off the tying band around the jaw first. Roar. Now let's extend the neck first. Then we'll add the eyelashes, just so they don't get messed up. Alright, so I'm just going to tug these spikes so they're a little bit neater looking. Okay, like that. Aw, Windshear. Alright, now... Now I'm going to just add a little more to her neck. And remember, you can always, put wire in her to bend her better. Okay, anyway, 4 bands, 4 gray bands here, and here, and here, okay? What we're going to do is we're just going to attach the end of the neck, go through all 8 loops around here. Grab one of those thick spikes onto your hook. Okay, the same spikes we were attaching to the other part of the neck. And as we loop up these 4 bands, we'll just pull the spike on. Okay, so there's 1 spike. Oops. Okay, let's do another one. Two spikes, 1 more. Three spikes. And we will tie off that again. And just take off this tying band here, okay? Alright, so let's add some eyelashes onto her. This spike we want to point back a little more, so I'm just going to work on that for a sec. Point back, spike. Being lame. My other one wasn't as lame. Okay, anyway, so we want it to look like a girl, because she's a girl, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eye, I'm going to take my hook, and I'm going to go through all 4 loops, so that double looped figure 8 black band at the top of the eye. Okay, let's go. Come on. Let's try this eye first. Maybe that eye is just being mean. Okay, go through all 4 loops. You're going to take a black band, pull it through, and then tie a slip knot with it. Just like that. Once you've done that, you can trim it with scissors. Pull it tight so it's nice and tight. Trim it with scissors a little bit. So you have like an eyelashes there. For some reason mine looks weird, but you can kind of play with it and make yours look better than mine. Let's do the other eye. Hug it and trim it. Alright, so just kind of play with that a little bit until you like the way it looks. Alright, and then, yeah, okay, so there is her head. Aw, how cute. Now, we'll do her body, okay? And attach everything to it. Alright. So, let's do that. So, I'm going to take three gray bands. So 3 gray bands here, and 3 gray bands here. Alright. 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Okay, we'll take 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay, let's do that on the other side like this. Okay, now we're going to take one of those triangle spike things, okay, the ones you made 4 of, and we want to attach the 3 ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, you can take the tying bands off now or later. It is up to you. You want to attach them so they are curving downward, okay? If they're curved, make sure you attach everything in order and don't let anything lift off. These things can be a little tricky. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 bands here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and I'm going to attach another one of those plate things. Okay. One, two, three, 4. Hold on, I just have to count something. Yeah, okay, sorry. Alright, attach another one, again, curved down. these double looped bands, you really want to make sure you get through all the loops. I mean, you get all the loops around the peg. Okay. Sorry, 2 more grays. Here, and here, and here, 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 here. Okay, another spiky thing. Here, again, it's curved downward. Okay, and the last one we'll attach here. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to take 2 bands here and 2 bands here. Okay, now I'm going to attach my wings. Okay, so take your 2 wings and we're going to be attaching them to these pegs here. So you want to take one and I'm going to be putting that one, stick your hook through these loops. Make sure your little spike, the single spike on the side, is facing that way. Okay, go through this set, wrap it here, and your other set, you're going to wrap that around here. Okay, let's do the other side. All right. Oof. And I do want to take off my tying bands. I should have done that before. And we can always take those off at the end. Okay. You're going to take your head and you're going to attach it upside down. Go through the neck, the 8 loops in the neck, and make sure the head is upside down when you wrap it around here. Okay, just like that. Make sure you get all the loops around. Okay, now we're going to take our stomach. We're going to go through the cap band here. Oh wait, no, we want to put our horizontals on first, sorry. Okay, so before we do that, double loop a horizontal here, double loop another here, double loop one here at the bottom, and double loop one more here. And the rest we're just taking 2 at a time. Okay. Anyway, now we're going to take our stomach and we're going to go through the cap band. We're going to wrap it around the same peg we just wrapped the head around. Okay? Now I'm going to dig down and loop up, or loop over not put 2 bands going down? Oh, seriously? Okay, hold on. Don't do anything. Sorry. We need to actually... I didn't put 2 bands going down from here to here, so we have to do that first. So take off this. Okay, just put 2 bands here. Sorry about that. Then double loop that horizontal again. Reattach the head upside down, make sure, and go back through that cap band here and reattach. Sorry guys. Well, that really wasn't that big of an adjustment, luckily. Alright, so we want to grab those 2 bands that we just looped, or we just put there. And it might be tricky because, gosh, I have to, because there's so many bands to go through that it's a little tricky. Sorry. This is for pros, man. Alright, we gotta grab those top bands. Oh my goodness, why do I make things so difficult for myself? Did I get them? I think I did. Okay. Then you want to grab the next ones. Oh, I didn't grab the right bands. Arr. Sorry guys, I'm doing really bad here. I'm doing really bad because I can't grab the bands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my hook through. If you're having difficulty, stick your hook through this, then this. Okay, get through all the loops. Okay. Then grab those 2 bands and pull it on like this. This way then, if it's really difficult. Alright, so once you've done that, then just loop up the majority of the center. So just follow me. Don't worry about this hanging off the peg, okay? Just, if you did manage to get it, just, you know, don't worry about it right now. Okay, we're just looping up the center. To here, okay? And then you stop. Alright, now I have to reattach these around the bottom peg. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now it should look like this. Now we want to loop the diagonals, and the top ones are these 2. Okay, loop the top ones first, then the next ones. Alright, so we looped all those, okay? Here, and we're up to here in the middle. Alright, we're going to take one of our front legs. Remember, they're the ones with the shorter claws, okay? And we're going to go through the loops, wrap them like that. Let's grab the other one, go through the loops, wrap them like this. Okay, and we're going to dig down and loop up. Don't worry about the stomach, attaching it to this part. Okay, up here and here. Alright. Now we're going to attach the other side of the front leg. Alright, same thing over here. Just attach it. And loop up one time. Same thing here. Okay. Okay, so it looks like this now. Now, the stomach, we're going to lift it. And we're going to count 3 sets on the side, on this side. So 1, 2, 3. Here's that third set. I'm going to go through the bottom 2. Actually, let's go through the whole thing. Go through the whole set of gray. All 4 loops and wrap it around here. Okay, then we gotta dig down and loop those next 2 bands. Don't catch the spike bands though, just the 2 at the bottom. Okay, careful. Let's do the other side. So count 3. 1, 2, 3. Go through all 4 loops of that set and wrap around. Dig down and carefully loop up. Okay. Alright, let's go through the next set. Okay, so all 4 loops of the next set, wrap around, loop up, same thing here. All 4 loops, wrap around, loop up. Alright, so we're going to continue that. I'm not going through the horizontals. You can if you want, but if you do, just keep it consistent, okay? Alright, here. Gotta dig all the way down again. And loop up. Okay, now what we can do is we can start to lift her off, because we don't want the bands to be overstretched. Alright, so don't lift her all the way, just a little bit to about here. Okay. Then we want to go through the next set, wrap it, and loop it. Same thing here. Go through it, wrap it, and loop it. Okay? Same thing here. Wrap it, and wrap it. And I'm going to lift up a little bit. Oh, she's so cute. And loop it up. Oops. Sometimes you really gotta like lift your loom up and go look at it from the side to make sure you're going through the right bands. Alright, wrap it and loop it. And wrap it and loop it. Now, don't wrap anymore. We're going to lift up a little more. Okay, now we're going to attach her back legs. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wrap it like that. Same thing on the other side with the other one. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter which foot goes on which side, just make sure it's bent the right way. And once we've done that, we're going to loop up once on each. It's okay if it lifts off as you're looping. Okay, and we will wrap, whoops, these loops around here. Oops, and loop up like that. And same thing here. So wrap these loops around here and loop up. And we're also going to loop up this guy, don't forget him. Okay. And we'll loop up once more. And we're going to lift up a little more, not all the way, just a little bit. And we want to wrap this final set, the tip set of the stomach around this peg. And loop up once more. I'm going to tie off with a completely different color. I'm going to use pink here. Okay, and I'm going to lift off gently. her. She's so cute. Look at her so far. Oh my gosh. We just have to finish her little, Oh, so cute. I'm going to take off all the tying bands except for the pink one at the end. Okay. And we're just going to quickly finish off her tail. So cute. Windshear. Okay. Let's get this guy. This guy. This is why I like doing my tying bands a different color than I use for the body, so that they're easier to see. Alright, so cool. See these back spikes? You can kind of tug them so they're angled back. See that? Okay. Oh, she's cute, guys. Look at how good she is. Now we just have to do her tail. If you want to stuff her at all you have to do is just open up the hole under her leg and stuff her. Okay? I might put a little bit in there right now. But you don't want to overdo it. So if it starts to stick out too much, then just take some out. Alright, tug her legs downward. Now let's just do her tail. Oh, she's cute. Alright, let's do her tail, little girl. Okay. Her tail's actually not that long, so I'm just going to double loop the gray 6 times here. So 1, you know what we'll do? We'll go like this. We'll go angled like this. Double looped 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to take 3 at a time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now take her, and we're going to stick our hook through the end here. We're going to attach her so she's right side up now. Okay, now she's right side up. Alright. And we're going to loop up till, let's see, up to here. Okay. So we will loop her. Alright, so we're just okay, here we're going to attach one of those little tail spikes we made in the very beginning. Wrap it around. We're going to loop up twice, once, twice, attach just the second one. And attach the last one here. And we will tie off with a single gray band, or silver, whatever color you ended up using for her. And we will lift this off. Aw, there she is. Now the tail's a little tangled up. First I'm going to take off this tying band. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through the sets and spread them apart. Okay, because we don't want... the tail ends up looking squished if you don't go in there and straighten them out. It always looks best when you straighten out the twisted bands. One more here. Okay, so with this final loose band, we're going to go down 2 sets from it and pull it through, and we will just zigzag it through the tail till it disappears, so we don't have a random band like sticking out there. Okay, so just do that. Oops. Just zigzag it through. Yeah, right. Wait. Get that going there. Okay. There she is, guys. There's little Windshear, baby Windshear. I hope that you like her. Okay. There she is. My girl's eyelashes are a little messed up. In fact, I'm going to actually fix them right now so that you can get a good look at what she does, or what she should look like. So I'm just going to try that again. So she looks cute and not weird. Anyway, there she is. Okay. You can feel welcome to make any adjustments that you find needed. Alright, guys, make sure you wire her up, okay? So that she is posable, okay? She's very cute, I think. She's very cute, and her neck and head are supposed to be long and big compared to her body. So don't think that I did that wrong. That actually is the way she looks. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. Definitely wire her up and show me pictures on Facebook and Instagram. See the links in the description for that, so you can follow me on my social media sites. Okay, I hope you enjoyed making Windshear, baby Windshear, and I will see you soon for my next tutorial. Bye! See ya, everyone!